how you do anything is how you will do everything. And I'm pretty sure we all know this saying by now, right? Well, let me explain to you why I'm saying this and why it is imperative for you to take this information in consideration. In my book, How to Attract Gigs as an Emerging Artist, a guide to position yourself in a new digital entertainment economy, I talk about the importance of having workable traits. There's a specific chapter on that. And basically, the chapter on workable traits talks about how you as an artist need to have workable traits in order to be an individual that other people want to work with. You know, the little details that count that make you stand out from your competition, or even that makes you you to a certain extent. And let me give you guys an example of what do I mean by it is important and how it could be crucial to your career, right? So a few years back, what happened was I booked an artist from the States who showed up in Montreal for a great performance. He enjoyed the show. Everything was fine. We had a fantastic time. You know, it was a no brainer. And what happened was, because usually when I book artists, I like to send messages a few hours before the actual show, or day of the show. I send them messages and let them know. That's for any artist that's performing. Hey, here's what you have to expect the day of the show, and here's what you need to prepare yourself for sound check. Everything else. If you have any questions or whatnot, don't hesitate. Hit me up. Let me know. Send me a message. Call me, and I'll be there to help you. Now, the main act that I booked from the States showed up on time, made sure that he was there for the sound check, was respectful, made sure that he had his equipment, anything he needed was there, right? So that was great. Ended up doing his sound check. Once the sound check was done, he went back to his hotel. And he knew at what time he was supposed to perform at. Now, the show started, and a few of the opening acts was supposed to show up on time. They knew what time they had to do the sound check at, and so a lot of them showed up. I think actually 3/4 of them showed up. There was only one group. There was a duo that missed the opportunity to do the sound check. And we have to understand that when we do live shows, it's a business. Everything is calculated. Everything has to be done according to the contract or even according to the schedule. Now we were doing the show, everything went out well. The flow, the show was simply flowing. And throughout the night, what happened was that the main act showed up, did his performance, performed. Everybody was there to see the main act. They loved the show. Then when he left, when it was his time to finish the show, that's when the duo showed up after to know what was the sound check and asked me a bunch of questions. Hey, how come we're not doing the sound check? How come everything's done? As soon as the main act finished his performance, the whole crowd left. So that just goes to show you how they missed their opportunities to even make their name and to be seen before the main act. And that's very crucial. So you want to make sure that you take sound checks, or you want to make sure that you take sound checks seriously. You want to make sure that you take phone calls seriously. If you have a phone call that's 15 minutes, but it could take you from point A to point B, make sure you get on that phone call. Don't be late. Every single detail counts. Every single details count. Whenever it comes down to even performing, something that's very important is that once you're done your performance, right? Let's say you're showing up at a showcase. You got a 10 to 15 minute set. You got to make sure that you give your all, you perform it as well as you can, do whatever you got to do. But once you're done your performance, stay after your performance, because you never know who may be in the crowd willing to network with you and willing to know more about your music, willing to know more about you as a person. Every single detail count. Every single details count. Make sure that you write that down. Make sure that you take it as serious as a 9 to 5 you take. Whenever you show up late, it says a lot about your image. It says a lot about your brand, and it says a lot about how you take your career. So all of those details matter, and make sure that you take this information in consideration. So if you have any questions, concerns, or whatnot, let me know. I'll be able to help you. Love.